everybody. My name is Sabatian Guillaume. I was born and raised in Haiti, and then I have all my background, my studies in Roman Catholic Church, Haiti. And then when I went to seminary to become a minister, to become a priest, I felt that during all my studies in seminary, I had to preach the truth, and I have to live accordingly. And then that's why during all my time of studies in seminary, there is like a fight within me, because what I saw in the Roman Catholic Church, it is not what I see in the Bible. And then I always pray and ask God to lead me through from the darkness to the marvelous light. But I did not know how to get out this. And until the time for me to be ordained came in January the 15th, 1995. So before that happened, and everything was ready for me to be ordained. The card of invitation was ready, and everything finally was ready. And then they sent me card. But before that, after many times, I talked to the superior of my community, and then I let him know that I am not ready, really. And even after the 6 months that I passed in a parish, to the altar training to become a priest in this church. So I wrote a letter to the provincial of my community, to the superior provincial in Port-au-Prince, to ask him to delay my ordination because I felt that I was not ready. And then he never answered. When I saw that he never answered, what I did is take a bus and went to Port-au-Prince just to meet him, let him know that I am not ready, please delay my ordination. But we were together, 5 people, to be ordained that day, on the 15th of January 1995. And then he said, no, you have to be ordained. But I left, and I say, no, I will not be ordained. And I had a visa. I fly to the United States as a refuge. And then when I come to the United States, and people that surrounding me keep throwing stone upon me, saying that you wrong, you should be ordained. Because after 7 years of studies in seminary, to have a bachelor degree in theology, philosophy, and then you do not ordain, you should have a good work, having money, and to live, and now you come to the United States to live in misery and poverty. So everybody stoning me. And because of that, I felt a little bit guilty as human, and you can understand that. So I say now what I'm going to do, because I'm looking for a job I do not find. And then people say there is an Episcopal church that there, and then you can go there. It is the same doctrine. There is nothing you're going to add to your education, just receive the ordination. And then I fell again. So I went to this church, and then I received the ordination after a certain period of training in the doctrine studies in this church. But there I make worse experience. It was like God leading me from darkness to the marvelous light. You remember, as I told you at the beginning of the speech, just God is walking me to the valley of darkness, but to bring me to the marvelous light. And then I make a very, very bad experience in this church. And then this time with a priest, that because I was appointed to a church, to an office, to be the rector of a church, and then where I will get paid. And then this priest was a retired one. He finished to work, but he still want to have this ministry for himself, not for me. And then I consider him as a friend. As a retired priest, he said that he can lead me, he can help me to find funds, and then to find money just to develop the ministry there. And then finally I chose him, but I was still in darkness. And then I chose him, and then I ate with him. But unfortunately, I get poisoned, and then that was killing me. And then he was leading me really, really to death. And then that was a very bad experience. But God was with me, and God loved me so much. I cannot even understand the wonderful love that God has for his people. And for maybe those that live, maybe even those that live far from him. But when God see the faith and also the fidelity, faithfulness in your heart, God is leading you through. And then he leads you finally out of the pit that you may be found. And then all the message that I'm going to talk to you now is concerning my relationship with God, even though I was not in the true light, because I was not yet converted to the Seventh-day Adventist Church. But even though I was preaching at the altar of the Episcopal Church as a priest, I felt within me something wrong, because I felt that God, the Holy Scripture in the Bible is clear. And then why now I am preaching something wrong, something not in accordance with the Scripture? And then I pray and I ask God to lead me. But though I was sick, but I felt that I have to preach the truth. And then in a dream, and little by little, God is really feeding me what's going on with my body, because I was sick and because I get poisoned. I saw exactly how I get poisoned in a food, in a party, and then that I ate with that guy, that I consider as a fellow, as a brother. And then I'm not going to give his name by charity, but now the situation was so wonderful and then so marvelous, and the way that God was preparing for me, the way of deliverance, that was wonderful. And then I had to tell you the truth now. And then I don't know, because I cannot explain really what's going on when some people get into a certain poison. But it seems that I have to die, I must die. And then the angel of God came to me, and then this is the thing, and then that pushed me to the conversion. The angel of God came to me, and he said, you get poisoned. And then a light come to my house one night. I was sleeping, and then I see the light fill up my home, my house, and it was more light than the sunshine at noonday. And then a voice come to me and say, you have to go to the Seventh-day Adventist Church and get baptized. But I say, what does that mean? I am a priest, so you have to go to the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and then you need to observe the Sabbath. And the Sabbath is the true message. The true is the commandment of God that is just a sign. And then the voice talked to me like that. But before, I have a cousin that preaching me the Sabbath, but I refused to believe. But when I received this message that night, so I called my cousin in the morning and asked her to give me the phone number of the pastor of the church, of her church. And she gave me the telephone number, and I called the pastor. And then the pastor, he gave me instruction for the same day. And then I say, Pastor, I feel that I am sick, but I don't know how. I get sick, but I feel that I say. And the pastor convinced me that you will be healed in the name of Christ. And then I get deliverance. And then, but I did not really fully deliver, but I feel in my heart that I was delivered. And then the same night I get baptized. I get many signs, many dreams that was so clear. And then those dreams let me know that I am in the right path now, trying to be in the right path. You are trying to be in the right path, but you will be. But I did not understand that message sometimes in the dream. But little by little, I asked God to lead me to the truth, and then to let me understand what is the true message, to live accordingly. And it was one day, but I was approaching. I'm going to the church every Sabbath now, going to church, but still serving at the Episcopal Church, but preaching the gospel. But when I get baptized, I say, no, I have to stop now. And then I decided to write a letter to the church, and then to disfellowship me from this church, and then to continue with the Seventh-day Adventists. And I continued to go to church every Sabbath. But I was still sick. Even though I go to the doctor to get medication, to wash my body, to get the poison out, I was still feeling sick. Until maybe the day for me to approach death, because I should be dying, or the person. And then one night I was sleeping early because I'm not feeling good. Sleeping, I see two men that came down from above, from heaven. They falling down. They stand in front of me like I don't know what speed. They coming to me and say, we are coming to heal you and to operate you, to make you an operation. I say, operation? I'm not sick in the dream. And then they say, you're not sick? You think you're not sick. But if we do not operate you now, tomorrow night at this time you die. And then before I give any answer, they take me down on a chair, like the chair that I'm sitting right now. They take me down on my back and they operate me. I felt the hand of these doctors operating me. But in the dream, I felt that was the presence of God. And then I feel the operation. But in 3 minutes, the operation was done. Maybe less than that, less than 3 minutes. They say, we finish. And they take me on my stand. They put me on my stand. And before I open my eyes, before I open my mouth to see them and to say thank you to them, so they went back in heaven. They went back. So, and then after that, I wake up from the dream. That was that night that I get the apparition from the angels. And tomorrow night, the night that the angels told me that if we do not operate you today, tomorrow you die. The person that I get present from went to New York to a funeral. And while they're in plane, the same hour, the angel told me that I should die. It was 11 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock to 11. At 10 o'clock, that person in plane gets sick. I don't know what kind of sick he was, but he gets sick in plane. But he was not sick before because he flew to go to a funeral in New York. But before the landing,